What up, guys and girls? Another brand new video coming at you today. Yes, we are back again for another round of the AOR Oceania F1 for season number 3. We are here for round number 17 here at the Japanese Grand Prix. Quick reminder of the championship standings. So Greek has a 13-point gap over New Zealand Ryan. We're down in P11. Williams has an 88-point gap over Ferrari, and of course Haas P7 at the current moment. So yeah, we're getting into the nitty-gritty, you could say, of the championships of this for this whole season 3 especially, and it's getting really tight at the top. Basically, I think now it's basically a race between Greek and Ryan for the championship. Jarrett may play a part in that, and probably Fens, and if they maybe get some race wins for in the next few races, they may play themselves into the championship standings. But to have a big slide actually on the first run here, coming through on the Dunlop curve there, that was probably not ideal to get around on the curb especially. But I mean, going into this one, obviously there's feeling a lot of confidence going into this one. Obviously, if you saw the SRL race from Friday at the same track, you would have known that I definitely felt comfortable in the car. Well, back in the Red Bull in the SRL, I definitely did, but obviously in the Haas, it's probably maybe a little bit different, but I definitely still felt comfortable in the car. So here we go, first run here on the super soft tyres. We go straight to the top, obviously with a 28.328. Obviously, like I said, on the super soft tyres, and we just pull a slide here because we're letting Master Berserk, who's setting off for a flying run here, because I think he got out of the way on my run, so I thought it was best to pay back the favour a little bit here. But obviously Jarrett went straight to the top. Obviously, I think he was on that run, he did it on the medium tyres. But obviously, since, if you haven't already known, since before this round, the tyre temperature upgrade came in for F1 2018, and it sort of really helped a lot here, because I felt like you could possibly qualify on the super softs as well.
Our best lap so far is a 1:28.3.
Yeah, you could definitely qualify on the super softs, because probably a lot of us would probably gone straight from start on the softs and go onto the mediums. What you saw there, obviously DRC Jarrett is leading the way at the current moment as we let Leon Tridone go through. He was actually on a flying lap there, so felt a nice way to get out of the road there. But you see also a familiar name returning for this round in the form of Warden 99. He's obviously jumped in the Ferrari for this round of the championship. And I think, it was before this round, there was a lot of kerfuffle going on about why Warden was allowed back for this race meeting, and probably the future. But yeah, it's just all fully hectic. If you can understand on the Oceania side, things have been a lot tense lately, especially with this battle that's been going on, so with this sort of Team Greek, Team Ryan thing going on since way back in, what was it, Germany, I think, when Ben sort of announced it to the league racing world there. But anyway, I'm basically staying well away from that one. I'm just basically doing my own thing and hopefully finishing off the season on a high. But you saw there, we got past both the Red Bull boys, both Neon earlier on around the hairpin, and obviously HO just coming onto the back straight, coming through 130R. But you see, we are proving a lot here on the second run here. We go straight back to the top with a 27.468, so we definitely improved there by about 7. Well, it definitely improved. Can't remember the exact number, how much intense we improved on the previous lap, but it was definitely quite a lot anyway. But yeah, I felt like I was definitely going to be qualifying on these super soft tyres, and I probably, if I had a decent, well, I mean, yeah, it felt like I could possibly have a decent race if I go start on the super soft tyres and get onto the medium straight away, because that's basically the strategy I did in SRL. So I'm probably going to be doing the exact same thing here on in AOR. So here we are. We're about to go set here for the final run here as we just pop in behind. I think that's Jarrett actually on these. What is he on? The medium tyres or the soft tyres? Can't really tell. It might be on the mediums actually. He's DRC Jarrett, but I could be completely wrong. It might be on the softs here. But You see coming around here for the final minute of this session here, as you can see, got Warden right up my rear end here. So it was sort of a bit difficult to find a bit of space around here, because I know it was probably under the last minute here, or basically under the last 45 seconds here. But I was a little bit worried actually I wouldn't get across the finishing line here, and I think we're just going to make it across the line with about not much time to spare actually, and probably the same can be said for Ryan, and I think one of the winners behind, not sure which one it is, but anyway, we're going to stick aboard here for the final lap of my qualifying session. It actually turns out to be my fastest lap. You see, so flat attack through here into turn 1 and turn 2 here, not doing the same mistake I did again in SRL. Now through turn 3, took a little bit of curb there, which really hurt my run big time there, and you see I'm really attacking these curves, probably not the ideal way, and you can see through the delta time there, I'm losing time there, which is not ideal, but coming through the Dunlop curve there, which obviously hurt the first run actually in the qualifying session, but through Degner 1, definitely make up a little bit of time through Degner 1 and now Degner 2, now coming up into one of the slowest corners of the track, up to the hairpin now. I think it was Jared just letting us out of the road there, so nice job from him. And obviously now HO goes to the top there on a set of soft tyres, so we're now pretty much on the front row of the grid. This will probably equal our best qualifying result if we can stay there for the remaining part of the session. I know the other guys in front are probably going to go quicker even on the slower compounds here. I'm just giving it my absolute all here as we come up here through the 130R. We are going to improve our lap time, and at this rate we're probably going to get a provisional pole position, because I think that was pretty much what I was gunning for here, because it was probably my only last shot here of getting a pole for this season. But Greek goes straight to the top. Now Warden goes straight to the top. Can we go to the top? No, we can't. We just miss out in the end. It is a 27.331 in the end, which puts us in P2. But I think in the end we did drop back to P3 behind both the Ferrari boys, because Ryan did an absolute phenomenal job today at a 27.041. So great job from him. That puts him in prime position, considering where his championship rival GREEKMASTER is. He's behind me in P4, obviously, and he got HO. I'm the only one on the super soft tyres, by the way, and he got HO 5th. Jared is starting on mediums, and obviously Fenn's way down in 11th, so it's not really going to help for him way down the grid, but he's going to start on fresher rubber here. But it's time to go racing here for round number 17, the Japanese Grand Prix. Righto, welcome to the grid for the Japanese Grand Prix, and a bit overcast skies here, but no rain on the forecast. Race strategy wise, I've already said it earlier, it's going to be a one-stop from super soft tyres straight on to the medium tyres, but if we get straight out the super soft tyres to about lap 6, and I know we're on the safety car in the SRL, but it's going to be a challenge anyway, underway for the formation lap.
But we need to land the gears, so go into each one when you can. We're going to need some work on the brakes, so put some energy into them, and warm the tyres as well, please.
Yeah, so basically I'm sort of the odd one out here, because I'm the only one, like I mentioned, in the top 10 on super soft tyres, and Jared's the only one on the medium tyres. So there's a little bit of difference in strategy there. I'm not sure what Fens is going on way down in P11, but it's going to be interesting here. If we get a decentish start and sort of hold off GREEKMASTER's advances, we can probably hang about with the two Ferrari boys in front here. So
keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid has formed. Be ready with the clutch.
Yeah, it's going to be all on here, and Ryan obviously needs to gain some points in this championship. So here we go, we're all set for round 17 here in Japan. 5 red lights. Let's do it around Suzuka, and it's a pretty good start here actually. Ryan gets a decent start, so does Warden, and Warden sort of slots in. You have to sort of get off the throttle there a little bit. Greek's going to go up the inside here. Make contact! And we've been spun around, and now we are dead last. I cannot believe that. that one of the championship contenders has possibly maybe cost himself this championship. Unbelievable.
Red lights for the Japanese Grand Prix here in Oceania, and we are underway with Ryan on pole position. It looks like it's a good start from Warden as well. He's nearly alongside Ryan heading into turn 1, but it's going to be Ryan leading the way here with Warden down in P2, and that's GREEKMASTER going down the inside of Roscoe Arm into turn 2. Contact between the guys, and that's Roscoe who's spun round into last position already. So GREEKMASTER's had a collision with Roscoe, and he's down into last on the super soft tyres, so that could be a bit controversial there. That could be sent to the stewards, but GREEKMASTER up into P3 now. Ho in P4, Master Berserk into P5, Jammer with a good start as well, still holding that P6 position, but Ryan still leading the way here as we head towards Degner curve into turn 9, and yeah, Warden's starting to stick with Ryan here, but GREEKMASTER falling behind already, 8/10 between himself and Warden, but Ryan with a good start, but Roscoe down into last position after a collision with Greek there. Is that laggy person is...
Yeah, and I was not happy at all there. We'll take a look at an on-board with a slow-mo action here. You can see there was probably a little bit of a touch on my screen there, but yeah, I was absolutely furious because I thought instantly that was Greek's fault, because yeah, I just could not believe it at this point in time. But we'll jump on board a replay here on board with GREEKMASTER, and I did actually send this one to the stewards. And probably will show you exactly what Greek said in his post, but you see here, yeah, it's probably a bit hard to tell here. I originally thought it may have been a touch there, but yeah, I mean, that's Greek's response there. I sort of didn't buy the lag a little bit there at the start. Like, I mean, I didn't look like I was lagging on Greek's screen, but you know, look at that, maybe it may be a decent incident. We'll wait and see anyway, so I'll probably keep you guys and girls updated for the next round at in the USA, of course. But there we go, off to the left-hand side. They're on board with Neon Tridome there. He's obviously just watching on here and just really pacing himself there. I think he had a pretty decent start, actually, compared to the other guys behind. It's a little bit on the curb there. There's Neon, and here comes Fens up the left-hand side, because he's on fresh set of soft tyres, so he'll go to blazes here, will Fens. So he gets past Neon and gets himself up into position 7. Now he'll chase after DRC Jarrett. Now got a replay here with DLG Gamble and the McLaren. Let's have a look at the starts here. And yeah, I mean, fairly decent his start there, and obviously the same can be said for Neon there. And I think everybody else was pretty clean there, but you see there's a little bit of side-by-side action there. There I go again, off to the left-hand side there, and obviously laggy as well going up the inside. Oh, they're on the outside, I should say. We'll turn to the inside here. But, of course, laggy now gets that position. He does, so up in the P9 or 10, I can't remember. You see it all has a bit of a moment there as laggy looks like he's having a red X moment there. Now, he did have a few, I think he was on his 4G something, because his internet was playing up or something, or he just moved house and his new internet had not been installed yet. So you see Gamble, oh no, that was always going to end badly, especially with a red X moment there. So you know, really unfortunate for DLG Gamble. That's not what he would have wanted to start this race here. So you can see the replays a bit, well, back to my footage actually of what was going on here. So obviously that did happen in the foreground here, but yeah, I mean, basically the goal now is just to try and recover something and get some points, because we definitely want to take some points off Gamble and McLaren especially. Well, basically just mainly DLG Gamble now, because obviously it was Gamble and Pencil earlier on in the season, but now it's just DLG Gamble. But you can see now Gamble, look, obviously, I didn't realise at the time that he had front wing damage, so you can see he's really struggling through the S's, go right around the outside. Thank you very much. Up into position 10 we go. So that's the final points paying position for us here. So, and obviously these tyres at the moment felt okay. And obviously you got a teammate just up the road here, and he's still red Xing here. Well, he was for me especially. So we're sort of playing it patiently here. And so we were both in the same party chat, and I did ask him, like, what's going on? You're red Xing for my screen, but in actual fact, he's still a bit further up the road there. So
great pass.
Yeah, he's having a few internet issues, I think, is laggy. But jumping back aboard here with DLG Gamble, and you think he's going to have to put up with this again. As he comes into the hairpin here. Whoa, that's a little bit close for comfort there. The gamble, don't want to get any more front wing damage from that, but he's just got to find a way through here as quickly as he can before there's any more dramas here. As he goes up the inside here at Spoon, and it gets that move done, but don't know whether he's going to stick it out here with the front wing damage or not, or whether he's going to come in, but looks like he's continuing on for the time being. But you can see in front here on lap 3, there's a little bit of battling going on in front there with the guys in front there, so it's like those guys having a bit of a battle, and I was hoping those guys would actually battle a bit there so I could hopefully catch up to those guys in front. So obviously, because obviously these super soft tyres, they probably won't last too much longer here. I'm still pushing my way through the Degner corners here already, and you see not too far behind Neon Tree Dome here as we're running a lot high into the hairpin there, which didn't really help my cause there at all, but coming through the Spoon curve, actually got the curve there a little bit. And you can see I'm starting to slide a little bit here, and I thought to myself I'm probably in a little bit of drama here, because think back to obviously SRL, the safety car came out on lap 1, and obviously it's saved me a little bit here as the yellow flag says Mars Berserk is crashed at 130R.
Green flag.
So he's had a big moment there. We'll have to get some replays of that, but you see now obviously with no safety car in this race. Well, I thought there was going to be one, but no, there wasn't. But I'm just going to have to pretty much just go flat out and just hope for the best, really. So jump a replay on board here with Neon Tree Dome. Looks like, who's that? Fens and Mars Berserk. Look like they may have got a bit tangled up there. Berserk slams into the wall heavily into 130R, and it's not been a great run for him at all. He's had I can't remember exactly how many DNFs he's had in the past few races, but this is another DNF added to his list. And you think there it looked like there was a touch with V-Fence, but jump aboard here with V-Fence here as he looks up the inside, and yeah, that's definitely a desync moment there, I'm afraid. So yeah, it's really unfortunate for Berserk here. He's, like I said, not had the greatest few runs in few races, and we'll wait and see where he's using the championship. But at this rate, we probably maybe trying to go after him in the championship position anyway. So but anyway, you can see coming to the end of lap 4 here, I'm really starting to struggle here on these super soft tyres. I can't remember from memory how long I took them back in SRL. I think it was probably 8 laps, of course, a couple of laps around the safety car here, but you can see Gamble's really starting to catch up here quickly as he can here. So I'm really in a spot of bother here, and I'm just trying my absolute best, trying to save these tyres as best I can and try not to overheat them. But you can see the sliding coming through the Estes here. I'm really struggling here. So I think this sort of plan is sort of backfired a little bit here. Get a decent-ish run coming out of turn 7 through the Dunlop curve here. How's it going through Degner's 1 and 2? Yeah, fairly decent enough, but
we're running an excess of fuel. We can turn up the pitting this lap then and come into the pits at the end of this lap.
Yeah, let's get a box.
A new strategy is available on the MFT.
Yeah, and even I get a strategy call straight away, so I'm going to take it straight away here. And originally it was going to put me on the soft tyres, which I thought no way in hell. You could probably just saw there on the graphic on the bottom right, my rears are absolutely burning at this point, so I'm just really doing my absolute best, doing a bit of Tokyo drifting there, you could say. And I'm just literally just giving it my absolute all here. I mean, probably not going to lose much here because obviously Berserk's out of the race, and pretty much everybody's going to get points at this stage of the race. So we're going to come in here anyway and get off these super soft tyres, because I don't think I could go on another lap or two on these soft tyres, otherwise I'll be in the wall somewhere. But they come into the pit lane and just managed to get it underneath the speed limit. I was very thanking my lucky stars there that I got under the speed limit there. But anyway, we're coming in onto the set of medium tyres. Nice stop from the Haas boys, and away we go. So yeah, we're pretty much going to be in complete and utter fresh air here. So yeah, pretty much the goal here is just try and
up to speed now.
Get something out of this race, and hopefully we can get these tyres to the end of the race. 21 laps should be doable, but we'll wait and see. Here's the replay on board. The DLG Gamble, you can see there, that was a big slide coming out of the hairpin there, and that was quite an easy move for a Gamble there. But we jump aboard here with a few replay comes. This is actually thanks to Master Berserkers watching on, and that's actually Greek who's off the road. So may have got caught up in a bit of a tangle there with somebody or someone. I'm not exactly sure what exact curve there. We'll jump aboard here with Warden, and of course Greek's chasing him down here. Warden going the inside line here. Oh, there's a little bit of, maybe a bit of contact, or might be decent again. So this is not helping Greek at all, because when you consider where Ryan is in this race, he is well and truly up the road here. He's going to take some points away from Greek at this point. Jared has a look up the inside here of H, I think that was, at the hairpin there, and a big thanks to Berserk for doing those spectator cams there. Oh, Neon, that was a big moment. Probably shouldn't have taken the curve coming out of turn 7 there through the Dunlop curve. And now just trying to get himself back into rhythm here. And I think Laggy put him under a bit of pressure here. I think he just held off for the time being. But end of lap 7 for him. There was probably not much going on here. And obviously a lot of... There wasn't much going on my point of view. So I'm probably going to stick with a few point of views from the guys in front for the time being and see what happens. So you see Laggy now slowly but surely going to what's the wording here? I can't really work it out. Trying to get him wrapped up. No, I can't remember anyway. But we'll jump aboard with his teammate here. HO's always a little bit of contact with him and Jared going into turn 1, and I think he just got away with that one, did Jared? I could be wrong. But don't have actually any footage from Jared's point of view. I think he said his Elgato's broken, so might be time to get a new one, Jared. But anyway, couldn't really tell there. That one I can't remember. I think that was taken to the stewards, but I think it was a racing incident. So yeah, I think that was probably fair's fair, that one there. So but again, Neon under attack here is just clawing him, and that's the word I'm trying to think of. Laggy clawing in on Neon Tree Dome. Obviously, Greek's a bit further up the road. I think he's quite a big gap actually to where these two are, but you can see Neon again under a bit of attack here from Laggy. Probably what's not going to help here is obviously the bit of the lag. Is a little bit of a moment there. I thought he was actually going to slam into the pit wall then, entry for a second there. It has happened in the past, but anyway, he comes in onto the set of medium tyres and away he goes. Nice stop from the Red Bull boys, and I think he'll come out in a bit of I think he still will come out a bit of fresh air actually, considering where I am in the race. But DLG Gamble's also come in now. He's onto the mediums, and obviously he got the front wing changed as well. No stop from the McLaren boys as always. But during this period, obviously onto lap 10, you can see we're well and truly ahead of Gamble there. But fortunately, we can't repeat sort of what we did with what happened with myself and Neon in the SRL back in the Degness. And yeah, Neon was well and truly too far ahead at this point in time, and probably going across the curve at turn 1 doesn't help.
The car ahead is 3.2 seconds. You're closing in by 3 seconds a lap. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 1 lap old. The time last lap was a 1:52.3. The gap to the car behind is 12.3 seconds.
At this stage, I think it's pretty even with penalties. We'll wait and see.
Our gap behind is 11.8 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 1 lap old. The time last lap, 1 minute 58.8.
So Gamble's got no penalties as well. There's my teammate's actually in the lane now as we speak. So
check your MFD for a new strategy option.
I don't know why. I don't know if I was given a new strategy option, considering I pitted not long ago. Well, I mean 7 odd laps ago, but even my engineer doesn't reckon I could get home from here on the mediums. But there you go. There's my first. I believe that's my first time penalty at the race, so that's not really going to help my cause. But we'll get an update on my teammate.
Okay, gap ahead is 2.1 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 3 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:31.2. They have a time penalty of 3.0.
Okay, so we're even on penalties-wise, but of course, Neon a bit further up the road's got 0, and I think he started to pull away, actually. So it's basically just us, both the Haas boys at the moment. We have a little slide coming out of Spoon Curve there. I probably just got the exit curve a little bit, which didn't really help my cause there, but this was back, well, a bit later on with Gamble, but that was a big motor coming through 130 RB. Thank his lucky stars he didn't actually lose the car coming through there. As I think I told Jeff to shut up because I was getting too many updates from him, which was a bit annoying anyway. But you see tyre-wise here, about the 40% wise on the rears, so doing a pretty decent job at the moment. Wasn't doing anything silly. I just wanted to bring the car home and obviously get some decent points. And you can see where both us Haas boys are at the moment, and you can see where DLG Gamble is. He's got absolutely 0 pace at the moment, so I don't know what on earth happened to Gamble at the back end of this race. But you see we're actually starting to close in here on my teammate here. And at this point I was wondering what on earth are we going to do here, because he's lagging quite badly on my screen here. Whether that's the same on his screen or not, I'm not exactly sure. But coming through turn 1 here, there's a little bit of a slide actually. He does laggy and he goes off the road here and he actually lets me go here. So I wasn't sure at this point what on earth was going on, whether he was going to let me, whether he was letting me through there or whether he just had a moment or something. But anyway, we have sort of swapped positions for the time being, and maybe, I don't know, I thought maybe he just thought maybe I had a bit more pace than he did, but not exactly too sure. But anyway, we're now up into P8 and well, getting to P7, Neon Tree Dome up the road, that's probably going to be a bit of a long shot, I think, for this race, I would think. But running a bit wide coming out of the hairpin there. But yeah, we're just going to start maybe hopefully pull a bit of a gap there. We're pretty much, like I said, equal on penalties. But this actually happened, which I forgot to mention actually. So Warden here and fans are battling away here for P5. Oh, Warden! Oh, just manages just straighten the car and pretty much line it up with the wall there. That was very lucky. Get another replay here. Thanks again to Master Berserk for this footage. We get the other side of it pretty much. It was a little tap to start with there from Fens, but I think probably the curb maybe finished him off there. Did Warden, so that's Warden losing another spot there as we have a big Tokyo Drift motor coming out of the final corner there. I think my teammate would have enjoyed that one from behind, but anyway, we're pretty much lap 21 here. I mean, there's nothing really going on here. I don't think we're really going to gain anything getting ahead unless something majorly happens with Neon Tree Dome ahead. It's a long shot.
The car in front is 11.6 seconds. They're building a lead of 0.6 per lap. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 11 laps old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 31.3.
Yeah, I think at this rate I'm just sort of praying for a little bit for a safety car, but I don't think it's going to happen in these last few laps here, so I'll probably skip ahead and get another update.
Our gap to the car in front is 13.1 seconds. You're falling back by 1/10 a lap. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 16 laps old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 31.4.
Yeah, again, he's still got no penalties and the gap's way, way big, so I don't think we're going to get Neon Tree Dome here. But of course the tyre, he saw the tyre wear there. Was a little bit worried that I wasn't going to make it because I had reached the 70% mark, and usually from about, what's it, 75% onwards, you start to worry you'll get into puncture territory. But I think in this last lap I was just managing the tyres, just getting into the end of the race, and obviously with a decent-ish gap. And there I nearly lose it coming out of the final corner, but we're just going to get home in position 8, and I think, yeah, Laggy gets home in position 9, so it's fairly decent points all around for Haas. But there you go, there's the podium for this race. So is New Zealand Ryan up the top. Ignore the fact that he is running the Jamaican flag. Don't know what the reasoning was behind that, whether that was just a bit of fun or what, I don't know. But you see DRC Jarrett and GREEKMASTer alongside him on the podium. So I think because of that, we'll probably see the championship standings, but I think Ryan will take a big chunk out of Greek's lead. So there you go, there's the final results. So Ryan and Jared have no penalties, get 1, 2, get first and second. Greek in third. Fans remarkable job to get up from 11th to 4th. Great result. Then HO. Warden finished up in 6th after starting on the front row. And obviously Neon was another one that didn't get time penalties. And myself, Laggy in 9th, and DLG Gamble, like I said, had no pace. And unfortunate for Master Berserk, who was the only DNF out of this whole race. So hopefully you enjoyed that race. What was of it anyway? So anyway, we'll have a look at the championship standings. And like I said, there's a big chunk being taken out of GREEKMASTER's leads. Now 3 points now between he and New Zealand Ryan. DRC Jared's still in with a bit of a hunt, a little bit mathematically, 58 points behind. Fens, he's still in the hunt as well, but I think he's started to fall a bit of falling away here. 75 points, I think he's away from the championships lead, so he needs to win the next few races to have any shot there. We're currently P11 here, still behind Drop Bear, I think it is. We're only 3 points behind here, and obviously Drop Bear hasn't haven't seen him for the last few races, so I don't know whether he's turning up for the next few races or not. I'm not sure, but anyway, constructors-wise, it's an 82-point gap between Williams and Ferrari. Mercedes, well and truly behind. Then you got Red Bull forcing in McLaren. We take a little bit of a chunk out of McLaren, but it's now 19 points, so we really need to step that up for the final couple of races. And you got Sauber, Toro Rosso, and Renault running at top, the top 10. So I don't think Williams are quite there yet with the constructors. It's either going to be next time out in USA or even Mexico when they can wrap it up, because obviously with Greek and Fens in the Williams car, and obviously Ryan being the only Ferrari driver since Ben's moved across now to the Europe side, it's going to be a tough ask, let's put it that way. So if you did enjoy it, be sure to give it a big smash on that like button. As always, leave your comments down below. Subscribe to my channel for plenty more AOR Oceania content on F1 2018, plus plenty more video gaming content as well. As always, all my social media links will be down in the description. Plus, you can check out the links for the AOR website and the YouTube channel. But for the moment, guys and girls, until the next race, which will be Haas's home race, you can say Haas's home race, the United States Grand Prix, it is goodbye, and I'll see you all next time.